Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh!
I love it, baby!
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! Out by Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back to Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now. McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Thursday, June 19th. It is truly the dog days of summer. It's not the same as this time last year, unfortunately.
It's not the hog days of summer.
Can I say what's going to be a very unpopular take for Tennessee fans right now?
Sure.
As a sports fan, I feel so bad for them that I'm shocked. I feel so bad. It's one thing to lose. And it's one thing to lose like that in Omaha. It's another completely different story to lose so many times like that in Omaha.
Yeah. Yeah, I truly hate to
I think it's funny. I think it's funny. Don't get me wrong. But there is a part of me that feels very bad for Arkansas fans. And if I'm an Arkansas fan, I would be mad that someone like me would feel bad for him.
Okay. Well, spin zone.
Well, sports are all about, like, from a fan perspective, disliking someone.
I mean, I dislike them.
Right. But like but this is me just empathizing with them, just saying I'm sorry.
Okay.
Like, I'm not even laughing at them. It's one thing, like, that's just normal fandom for Tennessee fans to laugh at them. I'm sitting here saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Been there. Well, not really been there. Again, that's a whole that's an experience I hope I never experience. I'm sorry. I can empathize at least a little bit with them. I hate it for them.
Yeah, I can sympathize with Davalon, like that stinks out there how that play went. But
So brutal, dude.
Aloy going to third base on an easy double play.
What could have been
unreal.
that could have not mattered. It should have not. It shouldn't have mattered.
Yeah. Or are you talking about either one? Like if he makes that double play,
True.
they never hit in the outfield.
Right. But also what seemingly is a routine
Yeah, you got to catch that
play becomes chaos. Absolute chaos.
Hilarious.
Oh, and this is partially my fault that we needed that to happen in Fayetteville. And I thought it could because it has.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not really exclusive to Omaha, them choking. It's just a postseason thing. They're one of the best regular season programs of all time.
Right. Yeah.
But
I think if you're going to schedule or put Arkansas on your schedule, I think you do a neutral site and play in Omaha. I think that's how you get a for sure win.
yeah, but they've choked in supers in Fayetteville. They choked in regionals in Fayetteville.
Yeah, but if you want for sure they're going to choke, they're definitely going to choke.
You if you're playing Arkansas in an elimination game, you want it to be to get to the World Series.
Yeah. Just hit a routine pop fly and anything can happen.
I think that too is what makes me feel. It's not so much like I do feel bad for Arkansas fans. I don't think I've seen someone cry like he did, and that kind of hurt because that's like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Not that.
Dude, that thing bounced hard as hell off his shoulder too.
I didn't realize what I couldn't figure out what exactly it hit. Okay, his shoulder.
Yeah, I was
Because
like,
he tripped and
yeah,
it was a disaster.
slip, trip,
Yeah,
fell.
whatever. The turf monster just got
Yeah.
him. Brutal experience, and I hate to start this off on I think I have an interesting one as well. I want to mention it. Someone said, "What's the?" I don't remember how it was framed. I guess what's the worst day you've had as a fan?
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of Tennessee fans would say Georgia State.
Yeah,
That would be a pretty. I think that'd be a pretty good consensus. I'm trying to just off the top of my head because I mean we've had a lot of bad experiences, but it's hard to top something like losing to Georgia, especially the way Tennessee did. It's not like Georgia State played phenomenal. It was a bad football game.
Yeah.
For me, I think the losing to BYU the next home game was worse. It was a worse day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think part of it is you win that BYU game. Not that the Georgia State game's forgotten, but it's easier to move past it.
Yeah.
And then we were so close. We actually did play good at times in that game. That was a game that I just sat there in sadness for a while after.
Yeah, at South Carolina in 2022, that was a bad one.
That was a bad day, but I don't think I could put it towards my worst.
Yeah.
I felt like something Tennessee's been doing for the last 15 years. Like, yeah, whatever. Been here before.
The Florida game in 20
Field Frank Hail Mary.
Yeah, was that 2017?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, now looking back at that season, I was like, I mean, that was one of the better games we played that year.
That was John Kelly.
Yeah. That's right.
Chomping in the end zone. Yeah, it was. And we let Philip Franks throw the ball 70 yards. Yeah. That was a tough one.
When we went to Vandy
in 18 was brutal.
Yeah.
That's up there. Again, not too unlike Tennessee football teams we'd seen.
I think this one hurts a lot, the Purdue one with Lamonte Turner, because it wasn't like there was anything Tennessee did to lose that game, really. It was just a bad call, and losing it that way hurts. I think so much more than like there's really nothing you can blame except an official, which I mean, it's just part of it, I guess.
Yeah. That one sucked. But yeah, that was bad in a different way.
Yeah.
Not like I want to stop watching sports forever bad.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think of some more.
Yeah, there's so many like running through my head. I'm trying to find the bad I want to stop watching sports. I was ready to move on from Jeremy Pruitt, but the way everything went down, like the timing of when it happened, I was ready to just be done with sports.
Yeah, maybe like the Todd Raleigh days. Just every Tennessee baseball game under Todd Raleigh.
I mean, listen, I don't think I ever went to a Todd Raleigh game. I'm trying to think if we ever did.
I mean, we probably didn't have to pay to get it.
No, for sure. Oh, and like that's the only reason. The thing that would have kept us from going is it being in the spring, and with all the soccer stuff. I don't know if we ever had a free day. This is an experience that I talked about, and I'm sure you all were similar with both you and your sister, like being involved in sports and other activities. Like I don't remember ever sleeping in as a kid. Like every Saturday we had something. Every Sunday we had church. Like I don't think there was a single time I slept in. Year round, we were just on the go.
Yeah, maybe like after, I guess like in high school, sometimes like after a football game.
Yeah. No, by the time I got to even probably middle, like even probably middle school, there were some Saturdays because not as much sports and stuff on Saturdays. But before middle school, no, like I don't think there was a time we ever, even if like we didn't sleep in, like just sat around on a Saturday.
No. Well, my dad doesn't know how to sleep in. Right. So like it's like he's up like walking around. Like, I mean, he's got
stomping.
He's making toasted cheese or something in the oven, and it's going off. And
He's
like
making
no
those,
one's
he's
no one's
making those
quiet.
at
He
night.
wants he's bored. He just wants everybody to get up.
He's making those at night, Landon. He's not.
Yeah, he's making.
He's not waiting for the morning. Yeah, no, I don't remember what got us on that topic the other day, but I was like, yeah, it's just such a foreign concept to me to like sit around on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I don't think that's a unique experience to me or you, but it was just something we like. Yeah, especially with me having older siblings, where like if I wasn't doing something, we were going to their game or event or whatever.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't really sleep unless I just have a day off. Like that's the only time I really. Maybe some Sundays.
Sundays I'll sleep in. Saturdays I don't because of golf usually.
Yeah,
That's the only thing. Otherwise, brother,
how to get the rounds in. Working on our craft.
Did you see what I shot yesterday?
No, what'd you shoot?
74.
Damn.
On a par 70, so 4 over, but still.
Where'd you play at?
Cerebral.
Oh, okay.
Collins is par 70.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome.
Not my lowest round, but by far the best golf I've ever played.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I had my best round on Saturday.
I don't think, did you post it?
Yeah, it was 88.
Oh, I guess. No. Was I traveling that day? I don't remember what I was doing Saturday. I didn't see that. Nice. Lambert?
Yep.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yep, was 6 over on the front with a double.
Okay.
On the par 3 across the water. We all hit it in the water. I mean, it kind of made me feel a little bit better that I wasn't the only one, but the hole just gets you.
Just eating up that drop zone. I like it.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I haven't told you about my golfing at the beach experience, have I?
Oh, you told me that the guy like was trying to give you tips.
I did. Okay. I did text it. So the story, as just since I'll share it here and then give you the full story. So play Tuesday morning, I think, at Palmetto Dunes at the I'm blanking on the name of it. The Robert Trent Jones course. Great course. Awesome. A lot of fun. Get paired up with 3 people, obviously. It's teed off at like 750. So packed course. I'm in a cart with an older gentleman, probably like mid 60s. He's retired. He's living in Hilton Head now. And he has these 2 guys in that I don't know the exact, at some point it was a business relationship. So I don't know if he's still working a little bit. Anyways, he has these guys in town on business. Nice guys, a little bit older than us, probably maybe early 40s. That maybe not quite that old. One guy is actually wife's from Knoxville. So talked to him pretty much the entire round. Obviously talked to the guy on my cart, like super nice people. One guy, the other guy, the fourth guy, or third guy with them, but fourth guy in our group, doesn't say much. I suspect very hungover. By the way, they're talking about dinner. But he's nice. Like he's, good shot. Like that's pretty much all he says for the whole round. Until we get to 16. And while we're on the tee box, he's like, hey man, how long have you been playing golf? And 12 years, whatever. He's like, man, you have a great swing. Like I was like, oh, thanks. Like really appreciate that. Super nice. Whatever, move on. Finish the round. I walk with these guys even through the pro shop because I went and bought a few things. Go out, get in my car, grab my bag from the bag drop. I've loaded it up. I'm sitting there. The only reason I'm sitting there is I'm texting like, do I need to bring anything home? Otherwise, would have been gone. Get a knock on my window. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Thought maybe I forgot something, or I don't know. He was like, hey, let's, I didn't know if I was making a business connection or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's like, gives me some swing tip. It was so baffling. I can't even remember what the tip was. He was like, I do this and we have a similar swing. So I thought this could help you. It's helped me. I mean, he talks to me for like 3 or 4 minutes, which is a really long time for an awkward conversation.
Sure.
And I'm just, yeah, man, appreciate it. Yeah, thanks. Cool. Yeah, I'll try that. Whatever. And then I'm thinking, oh, he must be going out to his car. Surely. No, I watch him turn around and walk back. He chased me down. He went back into the pro shop. He chased me down to do that.
Oh my gosh.
And what's funny is I even thought like all these horror stories, people getting paired, and I've gotten paired. I usually play with people, so I rarely get paired up. But every time I have, it's been great. Like I would say awesome experiences. Meet really nice and cool people. And I even thought of that like halfway through the round. I was like, we had to go into a weather delay for like 45 minutes. So we sat in the turn shack for probably 45 minutes and just chatted up with them. Super cool guys. And then that happened. I was like, oh my. Not even a swing tip in the middle of a round from a random. Ran me down in the parking lot. So I've been working on that all week. Probably what led to my 74. That's my first time playing since that tip.
Dude, it worked.
Whatever the tip was,
Yeah.
it resonated. I know that.
There you go. That's awesome. Props to that guy.
Yeah, no, all credit. I cannot remember his name. I can only remember the guy that rode with me, his name, because he turns out I was staying like 2 minutes from his house. So
let's call him like just the tip.
the guy's name I know, or the other guy?
The other guy that you don't know.
Okay, yeah,
right? On the parking lot.
That works. And I don't see how this story could possibly get back to him.
Was he good?
He wasn't bad. He was probably better than me, I'd say.
Oh, okay.
Well, I probably scored better than him because his driver was long, but it was errant. He had some lost balls. Yeah. Yeah, he was fine.
I just want to.
He probably should not have been giving out swing tips. I'll say that. I wouldn't give out swing tips.
Yeah. That's.
I don't mind it. I honestly kind of appreciate it happened because I think it's such an absurd story that I called my brother. Like, I think I was dialing the phone as he was walking away. I was like, I've got to tell him.
I mean, old people. This guy wasn't even that old, right?
He was maybe 40. Maybe.
I mean, usually like old people, like they have that confidence where they'll just say whatever. I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe he thought I thought I made friends that day. Like, I'm shocked we didn't exchange phone numbers. But
we've been paired up. Like I usually play with people as well, but sometimes we just have like two people and we get paired up with another.
This is my first time I ever have ever had to ride in a golf cart with someone.
Really?
And it was kind of weird to like drive around an older guy and a guy that like he lived there, so he knew the course really well. And I was like, I wanted to be like, do you want to drive? Like, you want to switch spots? But this is, I don't know. It was made me uncomfortable. I got over it like 6 holes in, but it took me probably 6 holes to get over that.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be the worst one in the group, but of a couple people I don't know, I want to be at least better than somebody. I feel like it's tough to go out there by yourself and be the worst.
Yeah.
Because even though they're probably not talking about it, like you think they are.
Yeah. And I probably wasn't the worst. I wasn't the best. I think the key is just hit a few really good shots, like a few good golf shots.
Yeah.
And I hit a few.
Yeah, there you go.
I hit a few good golf shots. I hit the flag stick on one. Had no chance to go in, but I hit the flag stick. Yeah, I hit it way up high.
Before our round, I said that we could shoot like 10 under in a scramble. The group we were with Nick, Trey, and Wes, and I think all of us shot I think Wes was the best at 84. So I don't know if we
don't think it would have happened that day.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it couldn't happen, but probably not that day.
Yeah, no, not good.
Oh, good old Lambert. You never know what you got in store,
dude. You don't. All right, guys, before we get into everything, the show is sponsored by VIP Play. Go check out VIP Play, your sports betting app for you. Be 21 and over to gamble. Also, if you have a gambling problem, call that number. I have that number somewhere. I don't know what it is, but call it.
It's a 1-800 number. You can find it online. It's great. Yeah.
Call it. And you have to be in Tennessee to bet. Just go check them out. They got great profit boosts over there. Once you sign up, if you bet $5, you'll get $100 in bonus bets if you use the code MORETN. Again, that's MORETN. Bet just $5, get $100 in bonus bets. Go check them out today. Get that rolling. Baseball's about to finish up, but they still got some profit boost going on. They got the NBA.
I made a little money on college baseball. All right. Postseason college baseball. I got in on some parlays. We did not win the one we put.
Yeah, we did.
The Tennessee one? Did I miss one?
Yeah, because we won that day.
Then I did win that one. I thought. Or
no. Tennessee was plus 1.5. We lost by 1.
Then I did win that one. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
so we're
Then I had
winning
that. I can't remember what other parlay I put in either the day before or that day, but I went a little heavy on that one.
Yeah, it
Just
was LSU
feels
money
good.
line and Tennessee plus 1.5. So that
Okay.
hit. Yep.
I don't know what I lost because I think I've lost one. I not that I've bet on every game by any means, but I bet on a few, and I think I've only lost one.
There you go. We'll go check out VIP play. All right, let's get in a little bit of baseball. Obviously we talked about Arkansas on that. Just damn. Hate to see it.
Happy for LSU. I would like to make that abundantly clear.
No. I hope Coastal
And I'm
beats
not
the shit out of them.
right, and I'm not even necessarily happy for Arkansas because of the way it happened. I'm happy they lost. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're all clamoring for V.
Yeah, I just love like them just not winning one. I mean, I don't want LSU to win one either, but if I'm going to pick one of those two, I'd rather LSU. Cool, go. I mean, you're a known blue blood of college baseball. Like it does, but having Arkansas just continuing to not win one and choke the way that they do is music to the ears.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And
Dave Van Horn's face when that ball pops off his shoulder.
Did he do the little hat thing? He do that one? Didn't he that
like
move? Yeah. Not again. I mean, that's what he's thinking. Not again.
Yeah.
He knew what was coming once that, there was no bouncing back.
And then he threw it to Jones. I don't know. They deserve to lose that game after that. I mean, after your Golden Spikes winner or Golden Spikes finalist throws it to third base to get a lead runner instead of it turning a double play. That's, I mean, he can't win the Golden Spikes after that. I'm sorry. Sure. He can't.
I will say, was that the day before? Was that Tuesday? Big Racer fan. Well, I would say I've been a Racer fan all week.
Murray State.
A real big one. And I mean, for a while, of course, they freaking throw a no-hitter that day, but it felt like they were in it. It felt like they had a chance there for a minute. And then I didn't think he was going to throw a no-hitter, but by the fifth inning, I was like, I don't think they have it today.
Dude, well, how in the world do you have 19 strikeouts and throw a no-hitter and win 3-0? Hit the damn ball, Arkansas. I lost that bet. That's why I'm salty about it. But good Lord.
What were they at?
Plus 3.5, of course. Or minus 3.5.
Okay, I was like, wait, you won then.
Minus 3.
But I thought you were saying you took. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't like you took that. I went and bought Murray State gear. I'm one of the biggest NIL donors at Murray State now.
There you go. Yeah, put your name somewhere.
They're calling me to come speak at a banquet at this point.
Or you might be like the Caleb Mitchell Murray State volleyball coach.
Yeah, I think that I texted that. I think so. It's not true. Like FU money. If I had enough money to spend $1 million, which I mean is FU money, but I mean I guess you could be right on the cusp of it. Mm-hmm. I would do that so all my friends thought I had FU money. I think that's a great power move.
Yeah.
Also, didn't we float some idea like that out for football? Wasn't that going around for Tennessee for a while?
If what? I'm sorry.
Weren't they floating that idea out for Tennessee football for a while?
I'm sure.
Head coach naming rights.
I mean, it would have to be a Haslam. So
that's who I think it was linked to.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
Honestly, if that keeps names off the stadiums, I'm 100% in.
Yeah, no more names on stadiums, please.
Well, like corporate names. Nealon, yes, that name.
Yeah, correct.
Sorry.
Tennessee's also continuing to work in the transfer portal. We got to commit today. Don't know exactly who it is. Hasn't been announced yet, but we got the Ross Kivett.
Is there a chance he's just really excited to go to Sono Taco?
Probably.
I feel like that is a possibility.
I asked him the other day, I was like, when are we playing golf? He said, September. So No days off. I mean, he's got to get this.
Yeah, that's fake news.
Yeah.
He's
Ross to
listen,
Ross. That's what he's doing.
I'm not saying he's not working hard.
Yeah.
He has time to play golf.
I don't know. He said he doesn't until September.
Yeah, I'm sure he said that. He can't. He probably thought you were sneak attacking
Well,
for
he better
Vitello.
dominate the transfer portal if he's not playing golf till
that's
September.
a good point. That's a good point.
But yeah, Tennessee's got some targets. Guys are fighting to get to campus. You have Henry Ford, first base and outfielder, went to high school in Chattanooga at Baylor. He is a draft risk, so not really sure of, wherever he does commit. I mean, he's the top player in the portal. I mean, does he make it to campus? Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out probably closer to the 1st of July of who's probably making it to campus, who might not, who's a risk, stuff like that. But he would be a big get for Tennessee in the portal. You have infielder Jaron Advincula, the Cal middle infielder. I think there was a article by On3 about some SEC teams. Tennessee is one of those trying to get him. He's one of the top players in the portal. And then you have right-handed pitcher Landon Mack from Rutgers, also a target for Tennessee in the portal. Seton Hall transfer Aiden Robbins. He committed to Texas. Really good player. The vibe I got is Texas got some money, and Tennessee wasn't willing to fork up that much. So it is what it is. And then with the transfer portal, like obviously with new guys coming in, you're going to lose some. And
Right.
Austin Breedlove was a pretty big loss out of the bullpen. He had a 3.42 ERA, 3-0 record, 23 innings, 31 strikeouts. He was really good for Tennessee this season out of Cleveland State Junior College. And then Andrew Binke, that was kind of probably to be expected. He just couldn't stay healthy, dealt with some sickness, dealt with an injury. He had a 5.11 ERA, 14 appearances, 12 innings, 6 Ks. My thing is, like, I get, like, Austin Breedlove, like, you make a graphic for him, I guess. Like, that is it was Tennessee. He was a guy in their bullpen that they relied on pretty often. So maybe I get that one, but making a graphic for Andrew Binke that pitched 12 innings this year, I was like, okay, well, I mean, if he pitched for anybody else in the country, do you make that graphic? Probably not. But, they got to cater to what gets them clicks. So I get it. I just thought that was crazy. Because there's like 1,200, like 1,700 guys in the portal, and like your only graphics were like 4 people, and one was Andrew Binke, who pitched 12 innings.
I don't follow that enough to know what they're posting, but
It was just yesterday they
you.
just posted 4 guys.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't
2
know
of them were Tennessee guys.
I'll just blindly follow you.
Yeah, I just thought that was crazy, but I mean, again, engagement, I get it. They're going to get
that is. I mean, I think that is part of it. Is Tennessee fans will like retweet and respond. So
yeah.
Kind of like you did. You're falling into the. What was that one dude tweeting about? Hosting regional or just regional. Sorry.
Wait, who?
That one dude that you kept replying to, that TCU guy. Like, you paid his mortgage.
Who was it?
The TCU guy complaining about Tennessee hosting a regional.
I don't know. I thought you were talking about the Arkansas guy named like I don't even remember.
No, I block every Arkansas baseball fan that even like starts to enter my timeline. I would hate to. I'm not 100% sure that stupid is contagious, but I don't want to find out.
Yeah. It was like Robert with a J. It was like Jobbert. That was their name. I was like,
that guy, yeah. That guy. I saw you tweet about him.
What the hell?
And then blocked him because he started to come across my timeline.
That's my bad.
There's a very specific person in the Tennessee fan base that they argue with on Twitter all the time. No matter, I mean, it can be July 18th. I mean, no reason to talk to Arkansas fans. This guy's arguing with them, and I would say that they are all the equivalent of this Tennessee fan. I won't name names, but
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, it's kind of Tennessee in the transfer portal. We'll see who that commit is that Ross Kivett hinted at.
just text him that. Just say, give us a name.
I mean, I know who it is, but
you got a dick bomb for us? We got a dick bomb today, didn't we?
Oh, it was Chad Simmons. It wasn't. Oh yeah, we did.
We got a dick bomb, no?
Yeah, we did. We won. Yes. Sorry.
Who is it for? I wasn't on Twitter much today. I scrolled and that was one that I saw, and I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be true, but
it was Tristan Keys, 5-star wide receiver. Yeah, little dick bomb. We did get a prediction from Chad Simmons to land.
Who did it first?
I don't know. I don't know who's first.
Sounds like Richard
both
G. West
players out of Mississippi. So Tennessee, like boots on the ground in Mississippi. That's tough.
Weren't you recruiting in Mississippi recently? Is this your fault? Is this your doing?
I'm the reason we got a dick bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I'm just out there recruiting. Like, yeah, anybody who's
I feel like you've been on the road for the Tennessee more than Kiv has this offseason.
Yeah, and I'm going next week to North Carolina recruiting. So ready for it.
I please find not technically high school, but high school age game to go to.
Well, so it's going to be it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, so I don't know if I'll get to do that.
Dude, they play these travel ball leagues year round.
I'll try to find one.
8 a.m. to
be one in
midnight.
Asheville.
There's one somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe in Johnson City, because I probably have to go that way to get to Asheville because I-40.
Yeah. Which, I mean, go that way anyways, or go through Hot Springs, because before that happened, coming back, but that traffic. I went through Hot Springs on my way back.
Damn.
Pretty drive going through Newport into Hot Springs. I can't remember the name of that highway. Beautiful drive.
I can't remember that highway either. Raven would know.
Of course you would.
Yeah. All right. Guys, go check out our good friends Hovey Dry Goods. Great people over there. Got some hats coming for us pretty soon, so looking forward to that. Go check them out. They got some, I think the charcoal, or no, they got the orange. They got the orange hats with the checkerboard, so go check them out while supplies last. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that first purchase. Again, promo code MORE, 15% off that first purchase at Hovey Dry Goods.
Go do it.
Do it. Basketball. We're talking about basketball, Caleb.
Yeah, what do you have for me on this one? You've got two on here that I was like, I'm just gonna roll with the punches.
I just know that I just kind of want to get your thoughts on this new like roster, I guess.
Okay.
Because do you have high hopes? Or are you confident in this team just kind of reloads?
I think I have I don't know about high hopes. I have hopes for them. Like, I think they can be solid. I think this is going to be a really interesting year. We've seen a lot of turnover in the transfer portal with Rick Barnes. I mean, pulling really probably two guys in the last 2 years that you've really relied on heavily. But you had key pieces around them that had been staples in the program. And you have some guys that have been around, but not necessarily staples of the program at this point. So you're not. It's not like you're turning over the entire roster, but you've turned over the entire roster in the last 2 to 3 years with no staples sticking around.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's going to be really, really interesting. Add in the factor of you're probably going to be relying on a true freshman. Yes, he's a lottery pick, but that's still an interesting thing to see at Tennessee that I don't know. I have hopes. I don't know what was the other way you framed it. High expectations. I am tempering my expectations. Confidence. I'm tempering my confidence for now.
Okay.
I think this could be a very talented team, but it's going to be a lot to put together for sure.
Yeah, I just think there's more question marks than you're kind of used to going into. Like you said, you had Zakai to rely on. You had Jemai. Like the last couple of years, you've always had a guy come up through your program.
And I mean, even Gainey, you had a lot of faith in too. Maybe you have that with a guy like Akpara, who's been here a year now. And so, but I mean, I don't know if it's the same. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I love like aspects of this roster. Like I love the post. Like
Sure.
I think the post that should be a big jump from last season.
Well,
Having some scoring in the post is going to be huge.
I love getting the lottery pick freshman. Like I love that. Sure, we don't know exactly how it's going to play out at this point, but like, yeah, sign me up for that for sure.
And where does he play? Because like obviously he's a skinny dude, like he's like 6'9", and obviously like he has ball skills and can shoot. Like, is he more of a wing player? If so, I think that's great. If it's not, I kind of worry about perimeter shooting.
I gotta think he's definitely playing outside in if he's going to try to.
Yeah, that's what you hope.
Size down low. I gotta think it's gonna start outside.
Yeah. Because I think last year Tennessee could have used more shooting besides or scoring, I guess, with Lanier and Gainey. And
sure.
Who is that? Like, is it Amari Abram? Like, you hope so, but who knows? Right. Bishop Boswell, does he take a next step? You heard Cade Phillips is going to be more of a wing player. What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm buying into all that. I'm excited to see what impacts both Cade and JP Estrella could have on this team, because those are the closest thing you have to staples at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also excited for Jacoby Gillespie.
I think
he's a talented player, but then also I think I know he's a little outside the Knoxville area, but for all intents and purposes, a hometown guy. Like I think that's a cool story too. So I'm excited to see him bringing the ball to the court.
Yeah, and I think he's more of a scorer than Zakai was. No offense to Zakai, but I think he's a guy that can go get to the rim. I think you need him to.
He's a better scorer at this point. I don't think he's a better operator than Zakai is.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, I don't necessarily expect him to be a great one, being his first year with the team. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, I think they could use like one more guard.
And that's why we wanted Zakai or Jordan or whoever.
Yeah, somebody. But yeah, Bishop Boswell, I mean, this is a huge offseason for him to get in that rotation, because there is kind of a spot there. I mean, you might not start, but like you could take over that Jordan Gainey role and come off the bench. I think they're deep in the posts with Cade and Estrella and Akpara and Carey. Dwayne Brown, that freshman, looks pretty good as a freshman big, but I don't know what you have at guard besides Gillespie, Abram, and Nate Ament, whatever he plays.
Right. Yeah. And that maybe you might see Nate Ament more at not more is not the right way to say that, but you may see him as a guard at times because of the way the roster is structured.
Yeah. I agree.
Probably.
And I think there's going to be a young player, like, is it Amari Evans or Troy Henderson? You know, I think some young guys have to step up too and be a factor because, especially at guard, because you just don't have very many.
What's our Frenchman situation? Like, he was playing, I know it's European ball, but like he was playing he was playing in their top league for what club was he at?
Edmonton.
Is that
I don't know. I don't know what the league was called. That's where I guess he played at.
Well, wasn't he playing for like their
national
professional
team?
league? No, like their professional. I'm gonna have to look it up. I thought he played a few. Like, what would be so in soccer? You have like youth academies, and sometimes like the U17 or U17 is probably too young, but like U18 players would they won't be on a full contract with the trying to think of the correct word. But I mean for their professional team, but they may make a few appearances. They may play maybe roster for a few games. I thought I know he wasn't playing for him full time, but I thought he was. I don't know.
Yeah. Also, maybe with Jacoby like picking up some scoring as the point guard, and then having Jalen Carey on this roster and have some inside scoring. Maybe you don't need more shooters on the perimeter. I just felt like that was kind of a hole last year, and I think we're kind of still in that same boat. But maybe having some low post scoring helps, cancel that out a little bit.
Right. He was at AS Monaco. Was the club he was at.
Okay.
Playing for the U21 squad. So maybe I was wrong. I thought he had played a few games for there, but it doesn't look like it.
Okay. I mean, he could be one. I don't know. I don't know really.
I don't know much about him. I thought that was the case. And I was like, oh, maybe he's played with older guys. Like maybe
he does have good size, 6'5", 185. But
I think he's listed as a shooting guard.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm with you where I have like hopes because I think there's definitely talent on this roster, but there's a lot of things I think that has to come together.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But I think defensively, I think he should be really good. Nate Ament, like if he can be pretty good defensively, I mean, he's going to be long and be a mismatch on basically anybody who guards him and who he guards. Like you're probably not going to have him on like a 4 or 5. He's probably going to be maybe a stretch 4 and a 3. And so he should be able to hold his own with those guys. I mean, in the SEC, there's some big dudes, but there's not, guys that are 6'9" that play like a guard.
Right.
There's not very many of them. I think Jacoby's got pretty good size for a point guard. So I think this team is, I don't know if they're last year defensive team, but I think they should be pretty solid defensively, especially.
That's one place I trust, not just Rick Barnes, but that coaching staff at Tennessee. Yeah. Like I think when it gets down into SEC play, like that's going to be a tough defensive team.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess they still got one spot. I guess they could add somebody too.
I don't know where you find a shooter this late, which is what you need.
Mm-hmm.
This feels like they're going to find someone to reclassify. And I don't know if
they just go off for like the best 17-year-old in Spain and just be like, hey, man.
That would probably be the best case scenario because I don't think you're going to pull a Zakai out of your hat at this point. So,
yeah.
If you do, hey, credit.
No, I agree.
Get down to the Peach Jam. See what you can come up with.
Don't really have a ton else for basketball. So you think Ament plays like a wing?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Like I said, I think with what you have in the roster, I think he would be in the game as a guard plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
But I would imagine like starting role, he'll be a wing.
Yeah. And probably like a Josiah.
Probably be your 3. So probably I mean, probably like
Could
Josiah.
play 4 if you needed him to.
Well, Josiah moved a lot based on the roster of the team he was on that year. Like, yeah, he played the 4 some. Sometimes he would be in, and he would certainly look, whether he was running plays as the 2, like he certainly looked like it at times.
Yeah. 6'9", 190. And get that weight up.
Got that those Dobbs arms coming in.
We have a Gavin Paul, and I'm sure he's a walk-on, but he's 5'11", 158. I mean, that's tiny. 158?
I can't wait to see his before summer and after summer pictures.
Yeah.
You're gonna have him boiled up like crazy.
Oh yeah.
Sophomore. I don't remember him last year.
I don't either. Maybe that's our secret weapon.
Is this a guy that's I don't feel like that was last year. That was like his dad was good friends with Rick Barnes because he's from Austin. There's that Campbell Duncan. There's 2 guys from Austin. What is Rick Barnes doing?
Getting them, baby.
Jeez. Wasn't there? Am I making that story up?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, Campbell Duncan's dad is a senior at senior VP at a healthcare company. So I imagine,
okay,
if he was ever a Texas fan, he was probably rubbing elbows with Rick Barnes.
Yeah, sure. Get a front row seat.
Yeah, so I would say there's a good chance they're friends.
Okay.
Again, I could be just entirely making all this up. No idea. I feel like I vaguely remember that story.
You think Ogpar gets a lot better offensively?
I don't know a lot better. I think he improves. Yeah.
Okay.
I think he makes enough improvements that I think we're all going to be pleased. Like, I think we're going to be maybe frustrated at times, but I think he just he showed more flashes than we'd seen guys in that position this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
I think he plays strong.
Yeah, I want him to be more of just a lob guy. I want him to actually like have your back to the basket and go get a bucket. Doesn't have to be all the time because I think Jalen Carey can do that for the most part, but I would like to see some of the time from Ogpar. At least make people defend it.
Right.
Have it in your arsenal.
I'm reading some really important stuff right now. Landon Gavin Paul in his freshman year, he added 8.3 pounds on. So I don't want you talking bad about my boy Gavin's weight.
I was thinking it might be just like Zakai with a mask on, 5'11", 158. I do think kind of the most important guy on this team, or maybe biggest X factor, is Amari Abram. I just don't know, like, he's played in this league. He was really good. We had a buddy who's an Ole Miss fan. He called me. He's like, dude, Amari Abrams on your basketball roster? He was a dude at Ole Miss. And then our racist coach ran him off.
Is that a story?
I don't know. That's just what he said. I don't know. I don't know if there's any truth to that at all, but yeah, I mean, he was all Conference USA at La Tech. I feel like it was a big get when we got him. I just don't know if that translate to the SEC.
I still feel like the X factor is the most obvious X factor. Is your lottery pick a lottery pick?
Oh yeah,
because if your lottery pick's a lottery pick,
should be pretty good.
A lot of things can go wrong and still go right. Now you need to win the games you want to win, to be where you want to be in March. Those things that may go wrong have to go right, but you can still have a really good season if he's a lottery pick.
Yeah, agreed. And you play defense the way you should play defense. You should be in a lot of games.
Yeah,
you should win a lot of games. All right, we'll see. We'll see what happens with basketball. I'm sure we'll get deeper into that as we get closer to it. Maybe we add somebody. Who knows? Best 17-year-old in Spain. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
Got some questions here. What is the biggest position of need for baseball in the portal?
No, I mean, you're going to have to tell me. God, that's
Okay.
a question I cannot answer.
I think it's got to be starting pitching. Like obviously
Sure. Okay.
losing Liam Doyle stuff. You're going to lose Marcus Phillips. I think you need to add a starter. Now it could be Landon Mack, and you could just go get him and be done. But I think you need to add a starter to go with. Like you got some JUCO guys coming in. Anson Siebert should be healthy next season. He'll get a chance at that. Tegan Coons, Braden Krenzel. Like there's guys on this roster that can be that, but I think you need a legit proven starter somewhere. And I think Landon Mack fits that mold perfectly. But if it's not him, if he goes somewhere else, then where else do you go? I don't know at this point. So I think starting pitcher. Also, you need some bats at the top of the lineup. Losing Gavin Keelan and Andrew Fisher is going to hurt. I know, like probably one of those guys, Jay Abernathy is probably a good top of the lineup guy.
Right.
But I think you need to replace some guys in that infield, whether that be Jaron Advancula, Henry Ford could probably be at the top of that lineup somewhere. I think you need to add some infielders with some pop as well. But starting pitching is number one.
Yeah.
And you got the bullpen going. I mean, you got two of the top guys in the portal for your bullpen, and Brady Frederick from ETSU and Bo Rudy from Kennesaw State.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're. That's another role that you're like, yeah, I think they're going to be fine at. Like they're going to go out and get.
Yeah.
They need to get.
And they've done a good job. Like AJ Causey was a big get out of the portal. Liam Doyle, Chase Dolander. Like they've had guys come in, and Andrew Lindsay was another guy who started for Tennessee. That was really good. They've done a good job of getting guys, and you don't. I mean, JUCO guys. They landed I think the best JUCO pitcher in the country is a draft risk. So, I mean, maybe you already have him. Maybe you get guy to campus and it works out. But I just think getting a proven starter and this level of college baseball has been good for Tennessee so far.
Yeah.
Next question. Biggest recruits we are in on. I guess this means football.
Football. Okay. I was like, recruiting never sleeps, so I didn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Baseball or not.
So you got 5-star running back Savion Hyder will be on his official visit this weekend. You had Tristan Keys, 5-star wide receiver out of Hattiesburg. Last weekend, 5-star edge Tristan Givens was last weekend. I mean, there's tons of guys. You have the 4-star De'Aaron Albert.
That sounds right.
That's maybe how you said it. TJ White. Both those guys are teammates at Jackson Academy in Mississippi. 4-star linebacker. Both of those guys. I think you want to add Craig Tutt, 4-star safety. Yeah, I think there's tons of guys out there. I mean, Tennessee only has 10 commits in this class. So, I mean, you want to log down this, have a good weekend this weekend, and then, hopefully you're able to start seeing this class come together as we kind of get to the end of summer and, the start of basically their season. And a lot of those guys want to wrap up the whole recruiting process, put it behind them to focus on their senior season. Now, some won't. Some will go on, and you'll have to worry about them till December, but you kind of get the majority of your class set up after these official visits ending this weekend.
Yeah. Oh.
But you could land the one of the number one quarterbacks, the number one receiver, the number one running back. So that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if you get all those guys, but you already got
there's I mean, certainly no way you do. And if you do, like all in on 2026. I mean, just like, I don't even know if we watch 2025. We just
get to the next one.
Right.
How
especially since we're owned by Diego Pavia now. That's
good God. So Faizon Brandon finished 5th, I think, in the Elite 11.
Finished 5th.
Yeah,
do they still like show that? There were a few years it used to be available to watch like the competitions. I assume not, because I haven't watched it in years.
I think there's just like media coverage of it.
Why? Because that's an ESPN thing, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it is anymore or not.
Oh yeah, okay, anymore. Because I'm like, why would you not have it on your Plus app if you?
Yeah, it would be pretty cool to watch, but I think it is crazy. I think the top like 4 or 5 guys, like 3 of them were from Texas, or 3 of them were like committed to schools in Texas. I was like, okay,
makes sense.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, just watching him throw, I'm sure like Tennessee fans are just fired up.
Maybe this is where it's at the Nike headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon. So maybe that's why I thought it was a Nike Nike. What am I saying? I don't know. I could have sworn I've watched, and maybe it's because like Trent Dilfer was on there. I'm assuming they probably had John Gruden at some point. Speaking of which, do you see where he was this week?
Yeah, he was at Jeff County, wasn't he?
Yeah, man.
Why?
Yeah, he's trying to take over Eric Kane's stomping grounds. I don't like that. I don't know if I'm in on him anymore.
You're out?
I'm out. No, I think he has a house in Dandridge. I think that was a big thing during it because I think.
Oh yeah, I do kind of.
His wife's from Dandridge and her parents still live there. Maybe.
Okay.
I think
he's a house on the lake.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I would if I were him.
What do you think of the New Balance uniforms for Boston College?
I love New Balance, so I'm all
dude. Can they write us a big check instead of Adidas?
Right, I'd be in.
I would way rather have New Balance than
Adidas. They've been weird. I feel like they like started to get into like the sporting outfit universe. Like they were actually making jerseys. They sponsored Liverpool for a while. They were there. I'm sure other soccer teams. And then I feel like they just stopped doing that. So I guess they're getting back in, or I guess they've always been in it, but like really getting into it if you're doing an entire athletic department, which New Balance is headquartered in Boston.
Okay.
Or if not headquartered, they're a big office there. Like they at least have a.
That's right. I think Kellen told us that.
I knew that. One of my, I'll call him friends' dad is a marketing director, and they live in Boston.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I thought they looked sweet. And I would rate, like, I mean, right now I know like the New Balance, like that was such a dad shoe, but they've like done a really good job. They've done a lot better job than Adidas with shoes lately.
Well, and I think that's also just us getting old. They're so much more comfortable. Then, I mean, I still have some Nikes, especially I think really the only Nikes I buy now are Air Maxes because they are comfortable. But Asics and New Balance are about all I wear now because they're comfortable.
Yeah, you are old.
Well, some of us have shin splints that can be debilitating. And I think I could probably sue Nike and win money because I'm kind of convinced it's all their fault.
I posted about like hot take. I'd rather have New Balance than Adidas, and somebody was like, "Yeah, well, you're about to be a dad, so that makes sense." So,
I mean, yeah, checks out.
And called out.
They are headquartered in Boston.
Okay.
Boston. I would worry how much they could. I don't know if I 100%. I don't hate the take because I like New Balance, but like, I guess it's a similar one to Adidas. Like, how good could the product be, not just on the field, but also for fans? Because they don't do it. I don't know.
Yeah,
do a
New
ton.
Balance doesn't have a ton of different apparel.
I would hear
You
him
know,
out, Danny. I'd sit in that meeting with you and hear him out.
Yeah, 100%.
Just let me know. We should
All
start a product. We should start a brand and just try to get signed. The only thing we try to do is sign Tennessee. That's
Okay.
it.
Where do we start?
I think we
We
just
start
say
like
it.
swimming or something?
The start, I think we could just say it. And just, no. We only deal with Tennessee.
Okay.
And we try to sign the whole athletic department.
I'm in.
We're local. We'll bring jobs back to Knoxville. Our factory's here. You need black jerseys at last minute notice? We can make it happen.
I got a shed we can start in there.
There you go. We'll be like Microsoft.
Yeah. And we'll keep it in there because we don't have to pay anything. The bad thing is we can only work during the day because there is no electricity or anything there. So
we can do battery power. We'll figure that one out.
Okay.
I don't know how we'll operate the machinery required to make these without power.
We have tons of
figure it out.
cords.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right. Any stupidities?
Oh gosh, I don't.
Before we do that, you probably need to tell us about our good friends.
Yeah, let me tell you what. I got to get more orders since I've been at the beach. I've been out, and it's been a tough week, boys. So next week, when I get my grade A grounds order in, we're bouncing back. If you're a coffee lover and you want to start your day with a fresh, locally roasted cup of coffee and make a difference while doing it, grade A grounds, they're more than just great coffee. They're all about giving back. Right now, you can support an incredible cause by purchasing one of their special edition coffee bags featuring artwork from talented students and benefiting amazing organizations. If you're part of a school, team, church, or nonprofit looking for a delicious way to raise funds, they've got you covered with their coffee fundraisers. Your group keeps 40% of every sale, meaning more support for the things that matter most to you. Here's the best part. Just for being a loyal listener, they're giving you 10% off your order. I just got 10% off my order. Use the promo code MORE, M-O-R-E, at checkout and enjoy premium coffee while supporting a great mission. Head over to gradeagrounds.com to grab your bag today. That's gradeagrounds.com. And don't forget to use promo code MORE for 10% off. Drink great coffee. Make a great impact. Grade A Grounds, coffee with a cause.
Do it. Stupidity. My first one is KSR.
Oh, gosh. That's another account I need to block.
Yep. They tweeted about our good friend Zakai Ziegler, and the title was clickbait. Zakai Ziegler has always struggled to grow up. And I didn't read the article, but I read notes of people who did. And from what I get, they kind of complained about how old he was and how he's played forever and this and that. The crazy thing about it is, like, as old as Zakai was, he would have been one of the younger starters on Kentucky's team last year.
I mean, we know they don't.
But I mean, you got nothing else to talk about, so yeah, let's farm some engagement.
Again,
on three.
Yeah, they know yeah. Tennessee fans will come in droves if they tweet about Tennessee.
Yeah. I'm gonna start doing that actually. I'm gonna start tweeting about who's a fan base that's just nuts.
Arkansas, Kentucky.
Yeah,
Alabama.
I think I might just start tweeting at just random ones, be like, dude, this Kalen DeBoer is garbage. Like he'll never win anything. And just see who comes out of the woodwork. I mean, I did get a laugh at like the video we posted of you pumping.
No idea who that was. I disavowed that act, whoever that was. It was not me.
I mean, I had so many people in my mentions. So many were just like, yeah, you're used to girls that big and stuff like that. Like
there were a lot of people insulting their own mascot. I will say that.
Yeah.
Like, if you're doing that to Smokey, I'm like, you were an animal, but like, I get it. Smokey's hot.
Yeah.
If I was a depraved human being, I'd be with that.
Oh.
If I was a depraved human being, I'm not. I would never hump a mascot. Yeah, no, it was quite. It's funny you brought that up. I was about to ask you because I'm looking through everything that's happened over the last few weeks. Have you cashed in on the free meal? Because I think we have to.
Oh, we need to.
So you haven't even DM'd the guy?
No, I couldn't find it again.
And I guess we'll break the fourth wall a little bit here. Arkansas fans were all laughing because they thought that was taken before the baseball game. No, we have lost to you many times since that already. So whatever idiot did that, you're an idiot. Whatever idiot encouraged it, even dumber, in my opinion, personally. Yeah. Just be better human beings. That's just terrible.
That's clickbait. I mean, so many.
It was insane how mad people were about it.
Yeah.
I mean, funny. I get it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I do get it. Just I need to find it because there were some insane people that were mad about it. Did you delete it?
No.
Oh, okay, there it is.
502,000 views.
The first comment is from Caleb Mitchell. I disavow this behavior from Tennessee fans. So just want to.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people were just like.
Literal men acting like they're still in high school. Why am I not surprised? What was going on at that guy's high school? What was they doing? You can usually say, this is my favorite one. You can usually say every fan base has a bad apple or two. The entire Rocky Top culture is an embarrassment to sports. He tweeted that like every Tennessee fan was on film humping a mascot. While it was one, like, you can usually say every fan base has a bad apple or two. That video would be the very definition of every fan base has a bad apple or two.
It's funny, like they're like insulting me, but
I
wasn't doing it.
Yeah, I don't know who was doing it, but
my favorite, like I can't read my favorite reply to it. I just sent it to you.
Okay. Am I able to, or do I have to not?
Don't read it out loud, but you can. I want you to just read it.
I can't read it aloud.
Did you see it?
Yeah. I also like how people are calling that person childish, and almost every person that's doing so is doing so behind like a fake name, fake account, trolling people, which is like cool, have fun. I'm glad you're having fun, but like that's pretty childish, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I like this one. Bro really thought he cooked with this, and it I mean, you did at 502,000 views. So, I mean,
that's engagement farming. That's what that is. I'm gonna start doing more stuff like that. Sorry that you have to be involved.
I'm not involved at all. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Another stupidity I have is Noah Lyles. Did you see this?
I've seen. No, I don't think so.
He basically was supposed to race Tyreek Hill, and then Tyreek Hill like ran a race like recently, ran like 100 meters at like 10.15.
Is that a recently? I saw where he's ran a lot. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Noah Lyles like canceled. They were gonna like shut down Times Square and like do a race there.
I don't blame him. You have nothing to win, everything to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, don't agree to it in the first place.
Right.
Then you have to go through with it. But
right.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
But maybe it's different for him. But my thing is like, if I slightly lose a Tyreek Hill, is that really that bad? I mean, he's like one of the fastest humans on earth.
I think yeah, you're right. It's not like, oh, he sucks, but it's also one of the things like you do that. That's your That's your career, is to run.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's like a huge loss, but I think Noah Lyles.
But also, Noah Lyles is
if
running
you barely win,
9.79 100 meters. So, like, he has a faster personal best. I don't know.
So I'm trying to read just these hilarious comments. Someone said, "My friends at the Red Door appreciate the 400,000 views and publicity." Yeah, if anything comes out of this, shout out to Red Door. That place rocks. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only reason I will ever go back to Fayetteville is to eat at Red Door.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah, no, you can't cancel once you agree to it. I think it's a bad idea to agree to it. Did you know he ran against Speed, that streamer? They ran like 60 yards maybe. They didn't run a full 100 meters. And he barely, I mean, it's 60 yards. Like if you're if you're a fast human and Noah Lyles doesn't run full, like if he just runs decently hard, you could look. So I don't know how. Speed's also, from everything I've seen, pretty good athlete. He is not as good of a soccer player as he thinks he is, but I don't really follow him too intently. Oh man. Last week at the beach, someone caught a shark like 25 yards down from us. Not a big shark. They caught a shark on a fishing line. Someone got bit this week. The same, like, not just Hilton Head, like the same area, Sea Pines, where we stayed. Someone got bit by a shark. I think it was yesterday. I'm not swimming in the ocean.
That's all the stupidities I got. Did want to mention Christian Moore getting his first major league hit. It was a triple right past Aaron Judge. That was awesome. And then Seth Alverson. I think he got his 5th save the other night. Did you see his pitch sequence?
the one in the
dugout,
dugout or left field dugout.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then
I was thinking about it. I got to play Dolander the other day, and I took him deep. I didn't see Halverson.
Okay,
that's my favorite thing to do. I love those guys, which I think makes it more fun to just hit bombs off of them. We'll call them dick bombs.
Yeah, Barrett Hampton is in here. He asked about what are y'all's thoughts on Henry Ford transferring to Knox baseball from Virginia. I think that would be a huge hit. I mean, first of all, you have to win that recruitment, and then you have to worry about the draft. So that's going to be a tough one to even get in a uniform. But if you do, like that is the best player in the portal. Would hit a lot of home runs, and Lindsey Nelson can play corner outfield and play first base, so would be a huge get for Tennessee. Has some versatility. I mean, Henry Ford, you kidding me? Playing for Tennessee?
Yeah, man. I'm in.
Bill Ford tough. That's kind of all I got.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome.
Been a fun ride.
One more question. Who's your favorite person on Love Island?
I don't watch that. If I see one more post about that, I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't care. We don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I do need to mute that. It's getting like political season where I gotta start muting names and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to go watch it. So, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. We'll be back Sunday night with whatever else is going on. We'll figure it out. We're bringing the boat in, and we out.